Hey guys, welcome to Joe's RC Corner, and today we're going to be working again on the Firewall, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so like I said, we're going to be working on the Firewall for the Cruzer today. Yesterday, I did a little bit of work. I did it in time-lapse, but you may not be able to see all of it. But basically, we framed everything up on the Firewall and went ahead and used some of that Eastwood primer. Went down pretty good. I've never used a spray gun before, so this is the first time, so just bear that in mind. For Firewall area, this was a good practice starting point, and it will also still protect this against the galvanized steel here. Now the main galvanized panel for the Firewall, we're going to leave that in the galvanized. We're not going to paint that. There's a lot of things that may need to be grounded to the airframe, and it's going to be easier to ground it to the steel directly than it is to paint. So that's the plan. Should be fine. So we're going to go ahead and get this riveted together and get that trial fitted again in the front of the airplane. One of the other things we're going to be working on today is the gear legs and the cabin frame. The cabin frame and the gear legs, I'm hoping to get those prepped, get them painted with primer, get the cabin frame, we're going to go ahead and get that painted with that hammered Rust-Oleum to give it the hammered metal look, which is going to look really nice in there. I'm probably not going to get that riveted in place yet, but while we have paint out, I'm going to get the gear channel prepped for paint and get that painted with the primer and then with the olive drab. Hoping also to try to get the interior of the aircraft also painted with the primer and the olive drab. That way that is completed, ready to go, and then I can start final assembly of the cabin frame. So that's the plan for the day, guys. I may try to stop a little bit along the way while we're building. Got this on my phone on a tripod now. We'll see how that works out with maybe getting a little bit of footage and maybe stopping and explaining a little bit about what I'm doing. Because I know not everybody tends to like the time lapses, but it helps. It makes it easier for me, guys, because I can just keep on moving. So just keep that in mind. I want to just keep moving, and I'm really looking forward to trying to get this airplane on its wheels fairly soon, maybe in the next couple of weeks, having it down on its wheels. And that'll be another great milestone on the Cruzer build. So stay tuned. And let's get building. All right, guys, so welcome back. So what was a few seconds for you guys, I got a little bit of work done here. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around. So as you can see, guys, I got everything Clecoed back into place after the primer was placed on this. I did get a few rivets in here, but I got to get the new portion that goes in this section, which is right over here. This is the for the new style of the nose gear with the puck suspension. So this has already been primed. These I may not prime. I may just leave these as is. Shouldn't be that big a difference since there's primer underneath there. So we're going to go ahead and get this finished built and riveted together. Following the directions here. So as you can see, we have the part A and part number 2 and 3 here. So essentially it looks like that. You have the downward one on the back side, upward one on the top and front side. We're going to then get this in place and Cleco it in place, and then drill out those holes for the AN hardware that's going to go in there. So that's what we're working on, and we'll have that all put together, ready to go, and we'll be able to go ahead and start looking at getting that lined up over there. Now the other thing we also were working on here is I roughed up the surfaces on my cage here, and as you can see, you got the first coat on here. We'll have to flip it over to go ahead and get the other sides because of the way it's sitting. But we'll get that next. As soon as this kind of dries and I can touch it again, we'll flip it over and get the back sides of those two pieces and also on the back side over there. So that'll be what we're working on. Okay guys, so as you can see now we have the new gear support for the puck style is installed here just temporarily. I just have it riveted or clecoed in place. But I wanted to get this mounted in there first. So as you can see, I got the bushing installed in the top half there. So that's all set, ready to go. We're going to go ahead and finish riveting all of this together now and get the I believe it's AN3 bolts that are going to go in these holes here from both sides. So let's get going. All right, guys. So like I said, let me just go ahead and show you guys what we've gotten done here on the airplane. So Firewall is now done. It's temporarily mounted in place. We still got the AN hardware and the steel parts that need to go in there. Need to get those prepped, so we'll be getting that done soon. Probably tomorrow since I got a 3-day weekend. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So the front section is all now riveted in place all the way to the back. So officially that part belongs to this part now. Firewall. And again on this side as well, all riveted in place. So as you can see, all of this is now riveted in place. This is now riveted all in place. I did not rivet this section here because the tunnel still needs to go back in there. And I didn't want to put in any rivets before I get the controls in there. So that part is going to be on hold. That's why these clecos are here, and these are also here to block off those holes so I don't accidentally rivet in place. Now these holes here are for the controls. Once we get this back down on its wheels, or get it down on its wheels, we'll be able to start working on that part. And next step here is to get those all taken care of in there as well. So we'll work on that later as well. So you want to make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode of the Zenith Cruzer build for Joe's RC Corner. And we are going to be calling this airplane, because I'm doing an L4 kind of color scheme, we're going to name it the L750. The L750 Cricket. Anyways, there she is. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'll see you on the next video.